We'll create a empty game object, create empty, and we'll call that game manager. And we'll put it at the top, and we'll put our game manager script on it. All right. So the button game, what do we need? We need a button, right? The basic game, you need a button. You need text that has the output for how many times you click the button. Your score text, we'll call it. And you need a timer text that keeps time, right? As I said, it shouldn't be any longer than 10 seconds because I don't want to sit there and wait. To test it, I have to wait through the timer, so don't make it more than 10 seconds because I don't want to wait that long, right? And in fact, I'm probably going to make it 5 seconds here. But so we need basically 3 things. So we'll set all that up today, right? So we need a text Mesh Pro, and import. Where's that? 2D. And this will be, we'll call this timer text, right? And we will put it in the center to start with. I'm gonna go to the main camera, turn off this skybox, right? All right, and we will center it like that, and then we will. I'm actually going to zoom in on it, and I want to drag it up just a little bit, right? Little off center. So I'm gonna put the button directly in the center, right? The game object UI button, right? And this I'm gonna lock right in the center, right? And we will call it, we'll say, click me. All right. And then we just need a score text now. UI text. And then we'll move here and move that down. We'll center. Score, right? The timer text, we will come up here and I'm gonna make it red, and I'll make this, well, we'll call it score text, right? And we'll make it green. All right. All right, so that's all the setup really for the whole game really. Today I want to show you how to do the timer there, right? So let's go to our game manager, and I guess we need to put it using TM Pro, right? Do I need anything else? I'll go with that for now. All right. So we need a function to handle our button, right? Well, we won't do that right now. We'll do the timer first, right? So the thing with the timer is the timer itself, right, is a mathematical thing. So you have to have a variable to hold the number, and then you have to output it as a string, right? So the timer itself is a, what data type would it be? Which of the 4 that I told you to memorize? It's a timer, right? So what does that mean? What data type do you need to use?
String.
A string? Really?
I'm trying to learn it still.
Time is what sort of is it number, right?
Yeah.
So it's definitely not a string, right?
Yeah,
Right. You're keeping track of time. What kind of data would you use for that? There's only 4.
yeah, integer.
An integer, right?
Yeah.
Well, integer is a number. Be hard pressed if you know, anybody watching any Olympics, right? You know, I mean, the difference between like 2 skaters and speed skating can be like fractions of a second.
Oh, so
How would you keep track of that with the integer? They both showed up at 5 seconds flat.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
it
they
didn't.
kinda, yeah, so they have to like
So what data type are we talking?
float.
Float. Yes, a float. Thank you. All right.
Okay.
Public.
I see what you mean.
Yes. If you keep track of time, you have to use a float because you got fractions of seconds, right?
Yeah.
So public float, and we'll call it game timer, right? Or you could call it a countdown because it is a count. Timers usually are counting up, so I'm gonna call it a countdown, right? So I'm gonna say
Wouldn't it just be
countdown, huh?
Would it just be the same thing? Countdown time.
It's a there's a difference there that
like one of them's backwards. Going down, one of them's going.
I consider a timer something that keeps track of how long something lasted, right?
Yeah.
So, but you know that it's an argument that's not really necessary, right? Anyway, I'm gonna call it a countdown for my purposes. All right. You need to know when the countdown starts, right? Because it can start any time, right? So we're going to have public. Mondays are just not good. All right, public float countdown start. Right? And we can set that in the inspector so you can change how long the game lasts just by easily changing it in the inspector, right? Now, keeping track of time, this is the first time we'll be using the update function, right? The update function gets called, as it says, once per frame. So, you know, 30 to 60 times a second, right? So to keep track of time, what you need to do is find out how long the frame lasts, right? Because if you know how long the last frame was, then you can keep track of that, and that will keep an accurate time, right? And that information is held in time.delta time, right? Time is an object that you can grab and kind of query what different things about time, right? The system time, whatnot. But time.delta time is the amount of time since the last frame, right? So if you want to keep track of time, this is what you do, right? So you say countdown minus equals, because we're counting down, minus equals time dot, why is it doing that? I might not have the, see, the code completion didn't do them. I might need something else there, right? Is that going to give me an error? I might need to include something to get the time.delta time. It didn't give me an error. All right. So, all right, so that's the actual numerical time, right? Now we need to display it. So we say, oh, I don't have a reference to that either, do I? All right, so public TMP text count down text. And I think I called it timer text in here. I did. So sue me. But all right. TM. Oh, it's capital T. Where is it? There it is. It's capital T. Code completion wasn't being my friend, so that caused that. All right. Let's see. Make sure everything's set up in here. Countdown text. We'll call it timer text. All right. I haven't linked the score up. We're not doing anything with the button yet, right? So this is just purely timer tutorial, right? Now we'll go into Game Manager. It's countdown start. We want it to be like 5. I'll put 5 seconds, right? If you have that at 0, it will, it will start at 0. You don't want that, right? So countdown start, we'll put it 5, and then we'll play it.
How do you get rid of the text?
And I'm not doing something correctly. All right. Oh, I didn't set the text here, right? If you don't set the text, hey, not surprisingly, it doesn't do anything, right? So countdown text dot text equals countdown to string. Remember, countdown is a float, so you can't directly shove it into a string. You have to convert it. All right. This should give you a semblance of a countdown anyway. Start that. Oh, I don't think I changed it to 5.
It's going up.
No, it's going down.
Oh, it's
it's
going down.
negative. See,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
All right. Let's go back to Game Manager. It is set to 5 there. Why didn't it start at 5? Let's see. Oh, I know why. All right. Because I don't tell it to start at 5, right? In the start function, we need to say countdown equals countdown start, right there, right? That will set it to our starting variable, right? I wasn't doing that, so it started at default, which was 0. So that was my mistake. Now we can play it, and it should start at 5 now.
Trying to figure out this.
Yes. All right. So that's how you do a countdown. It's not hard at all. I'll for the video. Here's the full script. Obviously, this is not the whole game yet, right? I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all can figure out, right, with this, right? So this gives you the countdown. How do you take that countdown and determine when the game is over, right? That's the question.
Not even worried about the button.
So right now you have a countdown. You need to create a function, obviously, that registers when you click the button that will increase your score, right? And that will increase this. So you obviously have to display your score every time you update it, right? And then when the timer gets to 0 or less, the game is over, right? So those are hints. As I said, before it's due, I will show you everything about. There's not much to the game. I mean, there's really a couple functions to write, and that's pretty much it, right? It's not a mind-blowing
It's amazing.
mind-blowing game or anything, right?